Where does all of this leave Russia? On the winner's seat, possibly. If you zoom out a little on the map, you'll find Russia floating like an isolated island cut off from most of the world. Russia has become the world's most sanctioned country. As we speak, there are at least 5,000 sanctions against Russia, 5,000. It's on top of the table, and well ahead of countries like Iran, Syria, even North Korea. Russia has managed to attract more sanctions than Iran, Venezuela, Myanmar and Cuba combined. How did that happen? Well, you're thinking the war, and you're right. But the story begins well before that. Remember, Russia once annexed Crimea. Before that, the erstwhile Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. That's when the embargo and sanction juggernaut against Russia really started rolling. By the 22nd of February this year, 2022, Russia had more than 2,700 sanctions slapped against it already. The Kremlin then decided to recognize the independence of Donbass. And soon after, it invaded Ukraine, and sanctions began raining on Russia all over again. It was being showered with fresh sanctions every other day. The tally now exceeds 5,000. Let's show you something for context. Iran was previously the world's most sanctioned country. There were 3,600 sanctions against Iran. Syria was next with more than 2,600 sanctions. Next was North Korea, then Venezuela, Myanmar, finally Cuba. Like you can see, Russia is currently leading this club. Who's placed Russia in this precarious situation? Mostly countries in the West, NATO and its allies. They have all sanctioned Russia. The United States, the United Kingdom, France, Canada, Australia, Switzerland, Japan, the European Union, Australia, they're all leading the sanction warfare. What have they targeted? Russian industries, Russian individuals, Russian economy. The assets of Russian banks, they've been frozen. Selected banks have been removed from SWIFT. Russian oligarchs have been sanctioned. So have members of the Russian parliament and the Security Council. President Vladimir Putin's foreign assets have been frozen. Assets belonging to Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov have also been frozen. Sanctions have also been imposed on Putin's press secretary, Dmitry Peskov. Russian flights have been banned. Russian defense and shipbuilding companies have been banned too. It's a long list. We're talking about 5,000 plus sanctions, remember. While the Russian elites and industries think of ways to navigate these bans, ordinary Russians are not feeling on top of the world either. Their lives have been wrecked by this war that their president is waging, and Western brands have been forced to desert them. Again, we have a long list. McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, they've suspended operations in Russia. So have Levi's, Nike, TikTok, PepsiCo, Apple, Netflix, Zara, H&M. They've all paused sales in Russia. Walt Disney, Paramount Pictures, Sony Corp and Warner Media have halted or postponed the release of their movies in Russia. MasterCard, Visa, Amex, they've suspended operations. So have Airbnb, Aston Martin, Spotify, Amazon, KPMG, EY, McKinsey, PwC. They've refused to work with Russian clients. According to one estimate, at least 124 companies have paused their businesses in Russia. So if an ordinary Russian wants to dine out today, his or her options are limited. No KFC, no Taco Bell, no McDonald's. Perhaps healthier choices. If she wants to shop, she will have to think outside Estee Lauder, Chanel, IKEA, Prada, Puma, H&M or Zara. She cannot buy a new Apple iPhone or a Samsung gadget or Lego for children. Also, there is no Amazon delivery, no Netflix on television, no Spotify on phones, no Hollywood thrillers in the box office, no Coca-Cola at restaurants or Pizza Hut in the locality. So this is what it looks like to be the world's most sanctioned country. Now, it depends on Russia how it wants to wear the badge. Kremlin can celebrate its potential geopolitical gains, brush the bleeding economy under the carpet and live like North Korea. Alternatively, Putin can tell the Russian Gen Z that they will grow up healthier than the rest of the world, uncorrupted by Western fast food, free of Netflix addiction. The glass half filled or half empty. Either way, it's on Russia's table. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.